totally, 100%. Okay, very briefly, let's touch on this just because it's so weird. Let's jump into this next topic. Elon Musk has a strange and rapidly evolving relationship with the QAnon movement. And if you were thinking what could make either Elon Musk, topics about him, or QAnon stupider, no, we can always devolve. This is America. We're number one in dumb, baby. So the concerns about the accessibility on social media for people like in QAnon and all that has been one of the areas where Twitter has sometimes gotten rid of accounts. Now, there are still many people discussing QAnon on there, including people with large follower accounts. But one of the beliefs amongst those in the QAnon community is that with him coming in, Elon Musk potentially taking control, this will now be a renaissance for them. And so you're starting to see, and researchers who look into misinformation and conspiracy theories and all that are seeing that they are beginning to reconsider their relationship with Elon Musk based on that. So there was these big shifts in follower counts and all that. We've been talking about that on the show. Now, though, they're delving into specifics with Elon Musk. So yeah, you're seeing there's a lot of things happening, and that then produces, well, what might else happen? This might be a totally changed Twitter. So they're looking into things that Elon Musk has said, the QAnoners. So for instance, he sent out this tweet about Truth Social currently being Twitter and TikTok on the Apple Store, which is admittedly a weird thing to send out after you've bought for $44 billion. You're now saying, well, it's worse than Truth Social, which literally doesn't have anyone on it. And so you can take a look at this. This is the Patriot Voice, which is taking a look at the different Truth Social related tweets that Elon Musk has sent out and figuring out that based on the timestamps, there's about 17 minutes between the tweets. One of the tweets was 17 words long. It always comes out to 17. How many coincidences until it's mathematically impossible? Well, when you're picking and choosing which of those coincidences to even identify, you can really take control of that yourself. But anyway, many of them have now landed on this, the 17-minute thing. You can see Julian's rum there with it. And the interesting thing about this, about them trying to apply their like numerology to Elon Musk tweets is, up until recently, you might not have known this, but the QAnon movement did not like Elon Musk. They didn't trust him, in part because he had been pictured with Ghislaine Maxwell. And remember, they're supposed to care about child predation and all that. This photo, by the way, which Ken Klippenstein has done a great job of constantly replying to Elon Musk with, is real out there. And Elon Musk is a well-connected billionaire, which they're supposed to be really suspicious of. But he might allow them to come back onto Twitter, Anna. And so they're starting to change all that. Like, sure, you may have hung out with Ghislaine Maxwell, but if I can get my tweets back, I'm willing to forgive and forget. What do you think?
Hey, tweets take priority over your concerns about, perversion and abuse of children and all of that stuff, right? I mean, look, let's just keep it real. I want to keep it real about what QAnon really is. Okay, it's not a group of people who are concerned about children being abused. They don't care about that at all. Yeah. It's always been a defamation campaign against anyone they don't like in media or politics, and that's it. That's all it is at the end of the day. They get passed off as lunatics because some of their theories sound like things that lunatics say, but really at the heart of this is just a campaign to viciously defame anyone they disagree with. And that has spread to the Republican establishment. And it's fueling legislation on a state level. So, we're worried about pedophilia, we're worried about grooming, we're worried about sex abuse, so we're going to censor teachers. Mm-hmm. We're going to ban critical race theory. We're gonna ban certain math books. Like, that's all this is about.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, and it ties back to what we were saying before about why this stuff spreads. You are producing an ongoing feeling of like ultimate moral superiority over all these people. Everyone that you disagree with is a literal pedophile. They have sex with and eat children. You are so much better than them, as better than them as anyone has ever been. That is appealing to some small-minded people. And by the way, I want to thank the audience. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I just have one more thing to say. I mean, if they want to open those floodgates, why doesn't the left engage in that? Anyone we don't like is a pedophile. Why don't we do it? I mean, but let's
I don't
honestly
wanna.
think about. Look, I don't really. I'm not interested in defaming people that I disagree with. I think that I can debate them, and I think our ideas are better. Their ideas are not better. So what they engage in is the worst kind of censorship, where they intimidate people by calling them all sorts of unfounded, insane things to scare them from speaking out. That's what they do. That is their bread and butter. That is the worst kind of censorship, by the way.
I agree.
And so, but my point is, if let's say the left wing did something, I mean, you see this happen in government all the time, where the Democrats will launch an investigation, but then they'll stop at the point where they would actually carry out consequences for the individuals they're investigating. And the reason why they won't carry out the consequences is because they're terrified that it will open the floodgates, and then the right wing will do all sorts of, like hoax investigations and carry out insane consequences unfairly. They're always worried about, oh, we're gonna open the floodgates, the right wing is gonna use our tactics against us.
Which the right wing is gonna do those sham investigations no matter what. They're already gonna do it. But I did want to acknowledge, someone in the audience said one of the reasons they focus on 17 is there's biblical like some sort of connotation of victory and stuff like that around 17. And someone else pointed out, like, yeah, there is actually a lot of coincidences of 17s popping up, like 17s in Elon Musk's tweets. All of Matt Gaetz's sexual partners are 17. It really does pop up in a lot of different places.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.